Welcome to Are You Chemistry GCSE Ready? This playlist takes you through loads of example questions and guided solutions for every single topic in your chemistry GCSE. So it's a perfect way for you to test your chemistry knowledge. If you feel like you need a quick review or you just want the ideal revision companion for these videos, then make sure to download my free chemistry GCSE revision notes. I've linked them in the description below. Or if you're ready, let's dive straight in. Testing for substances. So really, this entire topic is very memory recall heavy. So best thing to do in this topic is make sure that you do the mind the gaps absolutely properly and you have all of that information that you need stored, okay? Because it's not intuitive, you can't really problem solve it. You have to have it all there, and you have to then be able to say what these different substances are given how they tested in certain tests, and you couldn't possibly do that if you don't have all that information. But anyway, what do we need for a chemical test to be useful? Well, it needs to be unique. So you want to identify a compound and not just narrow down the options. So in the notes, we talked about the idea of your test for carbon dioxide being bubbling it through some lime water and the lime water turning cloudy. But if, let's say, another gas, oxygen, also turned lime water cloudy, then I wouldn't be able to say, oh, it's definitely carbon dioxide when I saw lime water turn cloudy. So it has to be unique. And then the other thing is, if you use some other substance within your test, that has to be pure. So if you use water, for example, within your test, and you didn't use pure water, then you might be introducing some dissolved salts, let's say, into that water, which can have some ions that might then affect your results. You could get a false positive. How do we see if substances are pure? So remember, you're looking for a distinct, exact melting or boiling point. Things that aren't pure have a range of boiling points. So pure water, H2O, boils at 100 degrees, whereas salt water will boil over a range of temperatures. So that should tell you. Test for gases. What's important when we test for gases? Well, you need to collect the gas, or you need to force the gas through the testing solution, and you need to be careful with your language testing for gases. So when you're talking about something being lit versus a glowing splint, remember your glowing splint relighting is that test for oxygen. Also, your test for chlorine, for example, where you use damp, okay, and you must say damp. So for chlorine, where you use that damp blue litmus paper. Test for cations and anions. What's important when testing for ions? Well, any water you use, like we've just said a few times now, in your solutions must be pure. And you just need to learn all of these colours of the different ions. Some tests are linked to gas tests. So, for example, when you're testing for carbonate ions, you're checking that there's carbon dioxide, and so you would be using that gas test as part of your test for testing for carbonate ions. So make sure that you definitely learnt those as well and confident on those to help you. Just before we go into the tips and tricks section, if you do want some extra advice to getting that grade 9 for your GCSE, then why not download my free 20-minute exam success guide? Just click on the link in the description below. I'm going to give away all of my best advice and secrets, and completely for free, so why not? And tricks, so there are lots of colours and methods to learn for this topic. Again, this mnemonic generator online might be able to help you, but really you just need to sit down and learn them all off by heart. And lots of them require you to work out the formula or name of an unknown compound based on a series of different results. So identifying different substances within that, and then what could it be. So don't be afraid to use the process of elimination to identify a particular ion.